Today I'm speaking with Belinda Lo, the Director of Legal Services for the Eastern Community Legal Centre. Welcome, Belinda. Can you tell us about the Eastern Community Legal Centre?
Sure. The Eastern Community Legal Centre is the local community legal centre for people who live, work or study in the Eastern Metropolitan region of Melbourne. We've been around for 50 years this year, and we provide services to local community members who need to access the legal system or the justice system in some way, and our services are free.
Fantastic. And what specific services does the Community Legal Centre provide?
Sure. We describe ourselves as proudly multidisciplinary. So what that means is that we provide free legal services first, which is of course, providing assistance to people who are required to go down to our local court in relation to family violence work or and some occasional civil and criminal law work. And we also provide an evening service at night, which is staffed by generally our locals who volunteer. So we've got a lot of volunteer solicitors who live in our area who have been volunteering their services to provide legal advice for free for other locals. That's been going on for many, many years as well. We also provide what we call community engagement and primary prevention work. So that is our work that goes out to our community members and talks to them about a range of different sort of legal issues that might be happening in their lives at any particular time. This can include young people at schools. This can include people who access community houses, parents who need to know about the law in relation to their parenting, all those sorts of things as well. And we have a range of particular specialist services for people who are experiencing family violence and or people who also experience elder abuse as well.
Great, thank you so much. And what can people expect from their first appointment with the Eastern Community Legal Centre?
What a good question. I would hope that people would experience a safe and welcoming environment when they come in to see us for their very first legal appointment. So it's very likely that the first time that they have contacted us is actually on the phone, where they would have spoken for quite some time with one of our specialised intake staff who will be able to reassure them about the way that the legal appointment will take place, and then they will come in and speak with a lawyer and sometimes another community service professional like a social worker or an advocate or a financial counsellor, depending upon the type of legal issue that they're coming in for, in a supported and safe environment. If our clients would like to have interpreters, we are able to obviously provide free interpreters as well to help people feel as supported as possible. Being able to ask for help when you have a legal problem can be a very scary thing to do, especially if you're new to the country or if you've never had to get legal advice before, which is a very common occurrence for us. So we try very hard to make the experience as unstressful as possible for people.
Because I can imagine people are probably a little daunted before they come in, so that reassurance will make such a difference to the way that they would feel. How did you get involved with the Eastern Community Legal Centre?
Oh my goodness, I got a job at Eastern Community Legal Centre 13 years ago, and I'd been working and volunteering in community legal centres for a period of time before then. And so I got a job 13 years ago when the legal centre looked quite different. I think there were maybe less than 20 staff then. We only really had a focus on legal work. We had some legal education that was taking place, but we didn't have the benefit or expertise of our now employed social workers and family violence advocates and other community service professionals. It's changed a lot just in 13 years. 13 years is what a teenager's life. It's changed a lot during that time, and so now there's over 70 staff, and whilst we're very, very proud of our lawyers who are employed, our lawyers only take up 1/3 of the workforce.
Wow. And the reach of the Eastern Community Legal Centre is quite enormous too, geographically.
Yes, so the Eastern Community Legal Centre is the only community legal centre for this whole region. So, so we like to say that we span from Hawthorn to Healesville, but in reality we actually span further than that. It's just a catchy phrase. And so we are the only community legal centre that covers that particular area.
Wow. Obviously, it's very important that we have community legal centres in order to give people access to the justice system. What do you think dignity in relation to the justice system looks like for people?
Dignity, I would say, for people who have to be in contact with the justice system, would be about understanding your rights and being able to exercise free choice. So Eastern Community Legal Centre tries very hard to support people in exercising their dignity by being able to, really provide the options available to them, hopefully in a timely manner, so that people are able to exercise their choices about what options they have available to them, with as much time as possible. It is very hard, the options in the legal system aren't necessarily diverse. There aren't necessarily a lot of them, but it's really important to to feel that you know what it is that you are choosing to do and why you are choosing to do it. And the centre works very hard to empower people to make their own choices.
And in terms of speaking of a particular area where the Eastern Community Legal Centre is helping to empower people make choices, can you talk to us a little bit more about elder abuse?
So elder abuse is a scourge in our society that we don't talk about very much. The reason why we don't is because there's a great deal of stigma that's attached to the fact that people who are, older people are being abused often by their close family members or family-like members and taken advantage of because of ageism and because of the knowledge that, it's very, very unlikely that parents will want to report on their own children. A lot of the time, perpetrators of elder abuse are adult children. So elder abuse looks like, very sadly and unfortunately, it looks like significant financial abuse. That is family members who either swindle or take their parents' money without the consent of their parents, or take their pensions because, and as people get older as well, sometimes we lose some of our cognition and we lose our capacity to make, our mental capacity to make decisions at certain times, and perpetrators of elder abuse have been known to take advantage of the natural ageing process in that. So in terms of the services that we provide for people experiencing elder abuse, we have a range of them. One is that we educate community members and workforces about elder abuse and how to spot the signs of elder abuse and to hopefully prevent future elder abuse. That's a significant amount of work. And then we also have specialist elder abuse response services that work with other partner agencies across the eastern region and we provide a lawyer, a financial counsellor and an elder abuse advocate to help the victim survivor of elder abuse make a choice about what they want to be able to do within the legal system as they are experiencing elder abuse. Those choices are very hard to make for our clients.
Yeah, and again, though, it goes back to that point of empowerment and choice being at the heart of the way that clients engage with the legal system, or the broader options that are available to them. Okay. And is there anything else you think that people should know about the work of the Eastern Community Legal Centre?
Yeah, I think it's really, I think it'd be great if people knew that, we are more than providing people with legal advice when they're at what we call the pointy end of their legal problem. So we want to be able to see people if they have to go to court and they're worried about it. We want to be able to see them, obviously, but if possible, we'd really love to see them earlier. So before they get a charge or before they realise that they need to go to court, you know, if something is potentially going to occur, such as if they believe that they might get a fine or they believe that they might have to go to court in relation to a family violence situation or family law situation, it's really great for them to be able to understand what their options are earlier, so that they are as prepared as possible and feel that they can make their decisions in an as informed way as possible.
Yeah, and it's such a safe place for people to get that advice and information and support too. So thank you, Belinda, for being here today. Thank you for all that you and the Eastern Community Legal Centre do as well.
Oh, thank you so much, Carina.